So I'm going to show you how we can create repeatable patterns like these so we can create decorations, wall art, panels and more. So we just need to head over to the Shapes panel and select an ellipse and then click and drag and hold Shift to constrain that. And down in the Transform panel we just have to make sure we have the aspect ratio locked and we can type in a value of 20mm. If we go back to the Move tool, with this still selected, we just need to press Enter. That opens up the Move Duplicate dialog box, and we're going to type in 20 for the horizontal, and just make sure we have duplicate selected. Then, in the number of copies, we can increase that to about 8, and then click OK. Then, all we need to do with these is select them all, and press Enter again, and we can reset. And this time we're going to type in 10 for the vertical and click duplicate. And what we can see is we now have this set here, just slightly lower, and click OK. Now we just need to select those, and if we zoom in and hold Shift, we can click and drag until they snap in the center there. So all we need to do now is select all of these, press Enter, and then this time, when we select duplicate, we can increase the vertical count down to 20, and we can also increase the number of copies. So if we try a value of about 8 and click OK, now you can see we have this pattern. And it's all very thin lines, so what we can do is go to the Appearance panel, under the stroke, we can select that and we can use this slider to make them as thick or as thin as we'd like. So I think a value of about 6 would be okay, which looks like this. But as these are still single lines, we need to do something first before we can join them. And that is, when we select them all, we just need to right click and go to Expand Stroke. This then puts an outline on both sides of the circles. So now with them all selected, we can just go to the Boolean operations and click Add. That then joins them all up to be one solid piece. And if we flip from the fill to the stroke, you can see that's exactly what we've got. So you can do that and make this as large as you'd like. And then what we can also do is go to the Shape panel, and this time I'm going to choose a star and click and drag and make this about 200mm. And because this is a live shape, we can actually change the inner radius. So if I want to make it a bit chunkier, I can choose a value of about 50 and click on the Select tool. And in the Layers panel, we just have this one star. So I'm just going to right click and copy and then right click and paste. So we actually have two copies of the same star. So I'm just going to turn one off and leave one on. And what I'm going to do with this one is go to the contour tool and select that and then click and drag. And that makes an offset. And if we choose a value of, say, -10, we have these rounded edges, but we can use these different operators here to choose a different style. And the one in the middle makes it sharp. Once we've done that, we just need to click on Bake Appearance, and that then creates that as a shape. So again, I'm going to take this outside edge, and I'm going to this time right click here and go down to Duplicate, and that will duplicate the outside one, and I'm going to turn that one off. For these two, I'm just going to select them both, right click, and go down to Geometry and Merge Curves. That then puts them both together as one shape. And up here, we can go to the Alignment, click on Center and Center on Spread. That means the artboard. And on this one, we can do the same. We can go Center and Center. And we have this shape here, but it's not exactly in the center due to these overlapping lines here. So what we could do is if we select this one, and I'm going to go to the Node tool, and we can't just click and drag, otherwise we'll move things out of the way. I'm just going to press Control A a couple of times just to make sure we have everything. And now when I click on this node, we can move the whole thing about. So if we zoom in we just need to drag that up just so it's in the center, up here. And you can try and snap it to the point just there. So now we know we have this right in the center. And I'm just going to go back to the move tool, and this time I'm going to select everything and go to add. So now we've added the shapes. What we've got this inside pattern and an outside pattern. So all we need to do is right click and go down to geometry and separate curves. So we can select all of the ones on the outside here. And I'm just going to go around and select everything and delete. And what we can do now is if we just scroll up here, right to the top, we can just turn on this visibility, and then we can use the alignment options to place that in the center, select everything, right click, go to geometry and merge curves. So this is all now one piece. So if I flip the colors from the stroke to the fill, you can see this is the shape that we have with the pattern. So I'll leave a link to the files in the description. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and check out my Patreon for free files and early releases, and I'll see you in the next video.